All right, welcome back. Standing on Sports, episode 7. Um, we missed a week. I missed it. Missed y'all. Missed the vibes, the studio. But we're back better than ever. This week we got 2 episodes coming out, or 1 episode and then 1 like extra video. We'll get more into that later. But back better than ever. It's gonna be good. We had to take a little break, like a moment of silence for the women's winning the national championship. Shout out.
We're taking a moment of silence.
Yeah, like shout out, like they deserve their money. I take that.
Yeah, our podcast just reels in all the viewers.
All right. No, exactly though. But yeah, Sean, how you been? It's been a minute. How you doing?
It's been a minute. Dude, my allergies are killing me. But I wouldn't miss this for the world. You matter to me. All 14 viewers we get on average, they matter.
Love you all. Yeah.
And that one guy in Canada.
And the one guy in Canada. But yeah, like with that being said, I guess we can hop right into it. So we're not going to talk much about NFL because we do have mock drafts coming up. That's what the other video is. We're going to have a special guest on the pod.
Special guest.
Yep, special guest on the podcast.
He's very special.
Okay. But yeah, we're going to have a special guest, and we're all going to like compare our mock drafts and talk about each pick thoroughly rather than just like making it a long podcast segment. So tune into that. It'll come out sometime this week as well. Not exactly sure. It might be out before this comes out. We'll see. But I guess with that being said, we can just get right into like basketball.
Yep.
What do you want to start? College basketball?
Yeah, because that's like the only notes I wrote down were about college basketball.
Nice.
So,
Sick. Okay.
all right, I say we do. Let's talk about the men's Final Four and then the women's Final Four. Then we'll go into some transfer portal coaching changes. A lot has happened in 2 weeks.
Cool.
So.
All right, so you'll start the men's then?
Yeah.
All right, so there's Alabama versus UConn. There's Purdue versus NC State.
And then there's Purdue, UConn.
Yeah. Honestly,
the games were not that exciting.
I thought the Alabama-UConn game.
Alabama-UConn for like majority of the game was good.
Yeah. I mean, UConn is just like on another level than any other team, and like that was seen like throughout. It's been seen like the last 2 years. Like they're just insane. I think Dan Hurley is a great coach, and he's like creating a good. Like I've seen like people say like, oh, like they're a blue blood. I don't know about like that because that's like more like historical than anything. But like they're making like a name for themselves as being like, they're definitely the best basketball school overall. Like if you like within the last 25, 30 years, and Dan Hurley even said that. If you look at both men's and women's, like it's them and then like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah.
They're insane.
But I despise Dan Hurley.
Why do you despise?
Because he acts so like childish. Bro, he's always on the court.
Hey, he's being him. He's being himself.
Yeah, well,
I feel like
yourself
you hate
put
him
in
'cause
a
you hate
lesser. I don't want to be a bald.
He's not bald.
40-year-old. He is bald.
He's close to bald, but he's not.
He's
bald.
basically bald.
All right, you looking at a picture of him?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, he has a hat on his first picture because he's bald. Dude, he is as bald as it gets.
All right,
Actually,
he
has a little hair, but it's great.
Exactly.
But it blends in with his head.
Actually, I saw he played basketball. He had an older brother that played basketball.
Yeah, it's a basketball family.
Anyway, yeah. So, anyways, though, like I mean, you can't deny he's a great coach, though.
No, he's doing good. I just, yeah.
And they have a great team. I mean, like Tristan Newton, he popped off. Was he the player of the game in the championship?
He was the most outstanding player, and for him to be a 0-star out of high school. He went to ECU and then transferred.
Yeah, that shows like coaching development and like.
Yeah, no, they can develop some players.
Yeah, they're gonna have 2 probably top 10 draft picks, like 2 lottery picks, I'd assume, and Donovan Clingan and is Newton the other guy?
I think so, or Castle. It may be Castle.
Maybe Castle, but
it's I think it's whoever's the younger one.
Okay, either way, we got more guests. But yeah. So, anyways, no, I think UConn unmatched. Purdue, I mean, hey, you can't deny Zach Edey put on a show. It was Zach Edey versus UConn, basically. He had 61% of Purdue's points that game. Yeah, he had 37 points. I mean, he still played really well, but like, if you're like supporting cast isn't going to be there as well. Also, I just think UConn is just on another level than any other team. But I loved watching like just backtrack a little bit, like the Alabama game. Dude, Mark Sears
Mark
is so much
Sears,
fun to watch, dude. He is
He's
so good.
yeah, he's only 6 foot, so I don't know how like NBA wise that will pan out.
Yeah.
But I can see him being like a off the bench 6 man that like, oh, you need scoring, you just throw him in there. You know, like I can see that happening.
That'd be hype. And then obviously like the fall of DJ Burns and NC State was sad. I think DJ Burns became like a fan favorite. There's always like one guy who's like
Yeah,
like it's crazy how much he blew up over like just a short amount of time. Like I remember I saw the video of like the fans like the line to for the meet and greet.
yeah,
Crazy. The overall like the men's honestly like I feel like the men's has been getting so like saturated versus the women's. I feel like women's basketball's on the rise and not like men's is on a decline, but I feel like it's just like it's been so static. Like there's when you can like have when like the best players just play their freshman year and go into the NBA, like you don't really get to know the players, you don't really get to know their style, they don't really get to make a name for themselves in college. But like the women's, they have to stay all 4 years, whatever. So like there's players like that everybody knows like Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark. I don't think there's like a single college player that like right now at least that like everybody knows. Like I think if you say Caitlin Clark to people, like more people would know who she was than Zach Edey. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I mean, it even showed in the viewership, the women's
Yeah.
championship had more viewers, and rightfully so. Like Iowa, USC.
That was a good game.
That is a significantly better, like, you know, like if you're just looking at it from like an outside perspective, you know, like who actually wants to watch UConn and Purdue unless you're actually?
I don't think a lot of
on
people know
that-
where Purdue is. I didn't know where Purdue. Where is Purdue?
It's in Indiana.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Obviously everyone knows what UConn is, but
Yeah,
No.
where's UConn?
Connecticut.
Oh,
Okay, I thought you were being serious for a second. I was like, okay, this is bad. But yeah, no, I think the women's has been really fun to watch. That Final Four,
that
USC, you had like, okay, I mean, obviously biased, but like that's another thing too. Like South Carolina and UConn, like men's UConn, it shows that like having a more well-rounded team versus like your star player is going to win in the end. I mean, like
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark was definitely the best player in the championship game. Zach Edey was definitely the best player in that championship game. But like, if you don't have the supporting cast that's going to be able to like carry their weight as well, it's not going to take you all the way. When you finally meet that team that can match you, like South Carolina, like Tessa Johnson, a freshman, she had 19
Dog.
points. Like it's like it doesn't matter. Like there's a different player leading the team in points every single game. So it's just it's fun to watch.
yeah, I'll take, like you said, I'll take a well-rounded team over like one star.
100%. Yeah.
And like that's the, I equate a lot back to like North Carolina basketball just because like I have watched every game.
Yeah.
Like R.J. Davis, outside of that last game against Alabama, he was the most consistent player. Like you know, every game he's putting up 20 points, but they would lose games if they didn't have like a second, third option.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the same way with Iowa. Like Iowa's a good team; they have good players, but Caitlin Clark is
Caitlin Clark is Iowa.
Iowa.
Yeah.
And
Good.
USC, like you said, literally every player is good.
100%. Yeah.
And their bench outscored Iowa's like,
37-0.
yeah.
That's insane.
If you don't use your bench, like that's just like playing 5 people for the whole, what is it, 40 minutes in women's?
Yeah, 40.
Is absurd.
Yeah, that's crazy. Just like going to a little bit, like one of our dogs of the week you probably saw was Dawn Staley, because like with the coaching job she's doing, obviously like somewhat biased, but like not really anymore. Like she's like insane. I mean, it just like I went to a meet and greet that they had, not really a meet and greet, like it's like when they came back, it was like the welcome home ceremony, and like at her speech she was just like thanking the players, thanking the staff, thanking the students. Like she seems very like humble of what she's been able to do, but she knows she's great at the same time. Like for example, like I just saw this, like there's a top recruit, her name's like Joyce Edwards, I think, and in order to get her to South Carolina, like Dawn Staley like did what she could, and like now there's an environmental engineering major at South Carolina that's being put in the place for her. So it just shows that like one, she does what it takes to get recruits, but two, like
Whatever it
she's
takes.
willing, yeah, but she's also like she's willing to like go out of her way to do things like that, because she knows like she has a big influence over. I mean, if you're bringing the school money, I mean, by winning championships.
At
stuff
the end
like
of the
that.
day,
So,
it's about the money. And
It
she's
is
bringing
and
in that money.
Yeah, and so she's doing that, and so
Now we
it's
have
cool.
environmental science or environmental engineering.
Yeah, shout out. So
Yeah. So if you're a student looking to go to USC
if you're interested in
for
environmental
environmental
science or
science
engineering,
or whatever,
we
yeah,
got it now, thanks to Dawn Staley.
don't
You know,
fully know what environmental engineering is, but
I imagine it's like a subset of like civil.
Civil,
It's just like
yeah.
more specialized. But yeah, no, super exciting stuff though. Makes me proud to be a Gamecock. You know?
yeah, it's a
So,
great day to be a cop.
There's a the parade's today,
Yeah.
like downtown, so that'll be cool. I'll make it if I can. But I guess with that being said, I think that's much for like.
I do want to say, I think women's basketball next year, like, I think people need to keep watching.
No, I think
You have Gigi Watkins, you have the girl from Notre Dame, the freshman.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say her name. but,
yeah.
yeah.
No, I know you're talking about that.
Like, there's still a lot of good players to
I know
watch.
Texas is really good. I don't know like the good player on them. I know, obviously South Carolina. I think most everybody's coming back besides like Cardoso.
Mhm.
No, I think women's is on the rise for sure,
It is.
which is cool to see. It's cool to see. Yeah, I think it's a good transition to like talk about the transfers. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know much about the transfers, but
Oh, take it away.
cool.
All right, so transfer portal, my bread and butter. I love this.
Is that right?
I eat it like a Texas Roadhouse
All right, you can just like
roll.
hop.
Mm.
Text it. That okay? That was very
I
specific.
haven't had lunch yet. Anyway, start off Memphis, back in the portal with Penny Hardaway. Memphis looked good this beginning of the year. They were top 10, and then they literally lost like every game after.
Oh,
but-
actually, okay.
They went in the portal. They found a dog because he's transferring from within the conference. So there's
Oh,
no
wow.
question like he can play at that level because he's literally.
Okay, yeah,
you know.
that makes
So
sense.
him putting up, his name is PJ Haggerty from Tulsa, averaging 21 points, 5.5 rebounds, 4 assists.
That's solid.
You're just moving within the conference, so you should be able
Yeah.
to.
What conference is that?
The the AAC, American Athletic Conference.
You said is Memphis normally good? Like you think like they'll like
For basketball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this year, like, they were top 10 and then kind of fell apart.
Dang.
But, it happens. What is it? The next one, Eddie Lumpkin.
Eddie Lumpkin. Interesting. Okay.
If you see a picture of him, you would know who he is.
For some reason, like that.
He's got that DJ Burns build.
Is he the guy with the goggles?
No.
Okay, never mind.
He's the guy with the
no,
goggles.
the guy from I think he was on Seton Hall.
Oh,
Indiana State.
Seton,
Indiana
yeah.
State.
Oh, that guy. Oh,
Yeah.
he's in the portal, too.
Oh, actually, okay.
That would be crazy. But his coach just got, like, a new job at a better school, so I imagine he'll just
He'll go there. Yeah, that makes sense. But this Eddie Lumpkin guy, I've
He's
heard
good.
that name. I feel like, but
Yeah, and I honestly thought he was going to go to. So he's from Colorado, and I thought he would go to a better school, but he ended up at Syracuse. But I think for Syracuse, that's a huge pickup.
But Syracuse is not normally like a
Well, so Jim Boeheim was their like Hall of Fame coach.
yeah.
He retired after last season,
Hmm.
so they were the first year under like the new coach,
Yeah.
and they had like a rough start. But picking up Eddie Lumpkin, I feel like will do really big for that program, and they can get the right guys around him.
Because Syracuse is the ACC. I mean, the ACC is like tough.
Yeah,
You know, like-
it's an interesting conference. I'm really hoping that they get back to. It used to be where the ACC was like top and middle was all good, but now there's like a drop off after the top 4 or 5.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they need to get back to glory days,
Lord is. Yeah,
which actually is a great transition into the next player. So, Louisville gets a new head coach, right,
Mhm.
from College of Charleston. I like him, and I feel like if he brings the right guys, I feel like this will work out at
Some dogs.
Louisville. And one of the guys he picked up was a JMU transfer. I thought the JMU transfer was going to go to Vanderbilt because that's where his coach went, but he said no, and he ended up at Louisville. So he averages like 17, 4, and 3, and he's good. He's listed as a combo guard,
Mhm.
so like point guard or shooting guard. So I think that's one of the like more underrated pickups.
Oh, really? So what else? I mean, I see a lot on this list, but like, one of us have to go through them all. But like, who else? Like, what are some other like big moves? Would you say? Like, was there a big like? What's the biggest move that's happened so far? Would you say?
Biggest move? I feel like there hasn't been any like. So out of the ones I committed, I will say probably. Really, not a lot have committed. Like the bigger names haven't.
What is the biggest name that's like in the portal right now?
Biggest names in the portal are kind of like towards the bottom. Like you have a couple like Duke players like Mark Mitchell.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of the Duke players are leaving because they've so many like they have the number one class coming in.
Yeah, and I don't think Mark Mitchell will start next year, like with what they have coming in. But he's good, and a lot of the players who have like entered the portal, like Omar Ballo, the center for Arizona,
Okay.
he's good and he's a starter. But I don't know why. Like, there's a lot of starters transferring from like good schools,
Interesting.
so it's like I don't know like what's going on. Like it could be internal issues.
Yeah, because that's interesting. Like, it's like if you imagine if you're playing well for a good team, like how like wouldn't that make your draft stock good? I don't know. Like maybe his draft stock wasn't where he wants it to be.
Yeah,
He thinks he could do something better somewhere. I don't know.
I don't know, but I feel
I mean,
like
another guy we could highlight. I see Michi Johnson on the list,
yeah, he's going back home.
going back to Ohio State. Sad to see him go for sure, but I don't know. I mean, we'll see how he does in Ohio State. And didn't you say like I think you told me before like his brother is like going to go play for Ohio State, like his younger brother or something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that. I don't know, but
I mean, he has ties back. I mean, ties back to Ohio
but
State.
he was at Ohio State,
Yeah.
transferred to South Carolina, now he's back at Ohio State. I just find that like
I mean, it is a new coach, so maybe that's. I don't know.
I don't know.
When you're a starter at South Carolina, is he like on the rise? It's like, why are you leaving?
Yeah, really. I mean,
What?
Lamont from Paris, who should have won Coach of the Year, by the way. But besides
Yeah.
that, I do think another and Bronny James. There's rumors
He's
that
in the
he might
portal.
go to Ohio State.
That'd be crazy.
Michi
Michi and
and
Bronny. That's it.
Shoot.
I would love to-
Or he might go into the NBA draft. Yeah. How do you feel about that?
What, Bronny in the draft? I don't think he's like ready yet. I think he's a great defensive player, but he also had like all that medical issues.
Yeah, I feel like he would still get drafted though.
He would because you get LeBron with it. Like,
Yeah, because LeBron
like-
most likely would do everything he can to play with his son, which I mean makes sense.
yeah.
Which I don't know how I feel about that though. Like overall, like you're drafting him for LeBron. Like I mean, I don't know. Personally, like, if I'm Brian, it's like you want to make your own legacy, but it feels like I don't know. You're going in the draft. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I feel like he would benefit more if he stayed in college. But
I do
obviously,
too. I think literally just give him one more year and he'll be draftable. You know, like
because he didn't even play a full season, did he? Because his injury.
no, because of
Yeah.
the what was it? Like his heart or something?
Yeah. There's some. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Dude, shout out that he's still playing. Like I have nothing against him or like.
No, do I? No, he seems like a good guy.
Yeah, I feel like people come after him just because he's LeBron's kid.
People love to hate.
People love hating,
Like,
especially
if
on
they
the
can find a reason to
internet.
hate, and it's like crazy because like he's literally a kid. Like he's literally what, like probably 18,
He's 18 years old.
and it's like,
Most
like,
of the
he
people
didn't-
talking trash are like in their 30s. And it's like, bro,
or it's the people that like stay on Twitter for 8 hours a day. If that's one of y'all, honestly, get off Twitter. Maybe reduce it to 7 hours.
maybe
a day.
yeah, or just
Um,
switch over to Instagram and leave positive comments on all our posts.
that as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, but like, I mean that we're gonna like live topic stuff. Like honestly, though, like it's like, bro, like let people live their lives, you know.
Yeah.
And then you should like spend time living your own life too, you know. Like you're wasting your time watching someone else do something.
social media is the
Yeah.
number one killer of happiness.
It's toxic.
Anyway,
Any other? Okay, one thing I want to talk about. We can give it survive to this as well, but what I feel like is the biggest move so far, and that's happened in the offseason, is the Kentucky coach Calipari. How do you say
yeah,
his
I'm down to talk about the coaches changes.
name? Calipari.
Yeah, Calipari.
Calipari. Yeah,
Yeah.
going to Arkansas.
I think,
when I
and I
first-
have some things to say about that.
Okay, well, I'll say what I want to say.
Oh, yeah, my
first,
bad.
But
Go,
I'm
go,
just,
go.
no, you're
Yeah.
good. You're good. But I'm just saying, like, I just think it's very like not. At first, I was like what? Like what the world? Like you're leaving like one of the best, probably like top 2 coaching jobs, top 3 coaching jobs like out there. But it's probably like something with internally of like, okay, like it was a mutual like dispart, like let's go, like, because I mean the last 3 years in a row they've like been knocked out in the first or second round,
by
right?
a team that's
Not
like some random team.
Yeah,
Like,
so it's like it makes sense. I think it's gonna be really cool to see who does take that job. Wait, did they already figure that out?
yeah,
Okay,
that's also like something that
we're gonna.
I have some words for.
This is a question I have for you because I've seen online like people say the Arkansas job is like a super good job, like it's like top 10 job, but like I never heard of Arkansas.
I think what they're doing is just trying to hype up because now that Calipari's there, they're trying to be like, oh yeah, this is like the
have they won a championship or anything like that? Arkansas?
Couldn't tell you. I've only like recently they've been good. Like only recently have they been good, but I don't know if they've ever won one in Arkansas.
It's like I don't know. I saw like a top 10 tier list and it had like UNC, Kentucky, Duke, UConn, and like the seventh like best coaching job they said was
Yeah, they
Arkansas.
won one championship,
When
1994.
okay, so like
I'm trying to see
30
who was
years
on
ago
that
exactly.
roster.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Interesting. Yeah, no, I think it's definitely like a mutual ways dispart, but interesting to go to Arkansas. What yeah, wait, yeah, what were you gonna say? What are your thoughts on that?
I believe that it is strictly like you think. I think it was like a mutual. I think the like board of directors, the ones that are like funding all of this, I think after seeing because Calipari is one of the best coaches that will ever coach in basketball. There's no doubt about it.
Hmm.
He's gonna be top 10 forever.
Why do you say that? Because I mean, he's only won one championship, right?
But I hate the like yes, getting a championship is like what you want,
You
but
said
I think there's a lot more to being a good coach.
like player development.
Player development, getting players to the league, just being like there for
That's
like
true.
you can win all the championships you want, but if you're like in grade A like ass, like
Yeah, no, that's true. And I feel like now I'm thinking about it, like the Kentucky to NBA pipeline
it's
has
insane.
been really.
It is great.
I mean, like there's some like you can't even like name them all. There's some.
But I think like
Anthony Davis. Anyways, yeah.
yeah, I think the board is like Calipari's a great coach, but he's obviously not winning.
Yeah.
And so, like, they want someone who can win. However, I just think there's going to be issues. So, now talking about who they picked up. So, I thought they were going to get Scott Drew, the Baylor head coach,
Okay. Yeah.
but he turned it down. And there's a couple others that turned it down. Because that is a impossible job to walk into.
Because like they expect greatness.
They expect greatness. It is probably the number one coaching job out there. And it's so difficult to,
Yeah.
be great
So
there.
who got the job?
Mark Pope, who is the BYU head coach.
Oh, okay.
He was actually he played at Kentucky under Rick Pitino, which is crazy. Like now that Rick Pitino is at St. John's in the whole
I get what you're saying. Okay.
but like he has Kentucky ties and BYU. He led them to their in his first year coaching. At BYU he led them to the tournament. Did they get knocked out? Yeah.
First round.
But their offense was really good, and their
Oh, really?
defense is good. And Kentucky was missing the defense. But I just I don't know how this is gonna work because there's gonna be a whole culture shift. And I don't think Mark Pope is a one and done prophet. And
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Calipari, all his players are one and done. That's why they don't. That's
okay,
why they
yeah.
don't win in the tournament because they're not connected.
Yeah, I
They're
mean,
here for 1 year
even,
and they're gone.
The best college players, Rob Dillingham out of Kentucky. I mean, there's always players coming out of Kentucky. Oh,
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. It's just they're gonna have to change their whole identity with
Yeah,
this coach.
Is Kentucky program and fans okay with I don't think they'll be a one and done.
Well,
I think Arkansas will be now.
But I think that goes back to the board of trustees and their decision making with. They're obviously they're not okay with they rather have a championship than the one and done, and and that's the whole reason why they got rid of him. And honestly, I do respect the board of trustees as well because obviously this is just speculation that we're speculating right now, but with him being that good of a coach, it's it's respectable of them not firing him. You know what I mean?
I don't think there's
it was probably a
way.
thing where if I were to guess, I imagine like it'd be a thing where like instead of firing him, they just made it like a mutual part ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
like,
meant like
is-
every great coach, like that's what happened. You know, like they
Yeah.
mutually part ways, or they like retire.
Mhm.
You know, like
But it's like really like we know what happened.
like
if
you
think
got
about it,
fired,
yeah.
but
You lost your job.
you
Um,
lost your job. Yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like Kentucky. It's gonna be a very interesting. I mean, a lot is gonna be like, who do you pick up? And I
Yeah.
imagine we'll get some BYU players in the portal, and they'll go to Kentucky.
And I know like Kentucky's a lot like obviously a lot of one and done, but like has anybody from Kentucky entered the transfer portal because of?
Like everyone.
Oh, actually,
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
There's very few. They're either in the draft or they hit the portal.
So Kentucky might be really bad next year, just like
Yeah.
as like a restart. But I mean, you kind of go into it. I mean, when you like get rid of such a notable coach, like you kind of like you go into that situation like knowing that's going to happen.
Yeah.
There's no way the players are,
No, I
especially
mean,
with the
yeah.
transfer portal and NIL right now.
And
Have a
yeah,
lot of
dude.
them gone to Arkansas?
I don't believe anyone's on Arkansas's roster right now. Like
What?
when Calipari did his press conference, he's like, "Yeah, I had a team meeting. There was no one in the room. It was just me."
He said I was talking to myself.
Well, everyone hit the portal, and I don't think he's like anyone has like committed to Arkansas. They definitely will. He'll get like there's some names in that portal that we were like just talking about that haven't been
Yeah,
picked
they'll
up.
go. Yeah,
Yeah, they'll
maybe
go.
Bronny. Bronny.
Probably not, but
I will say one thing I do like. I mean, like as like South Carolina fan, like SEC, like I love seeing SEC do well in everything. So it's. I mean, obviously Kentucky's still going to be relevant because well, they're Kentucky. It's Kentucky
there's
basketball.
going to be a drop off.
But it's
they're not gonna
it's
be
cool
big.
that like now Arkansas is going to probably be a notable team. I mean, you'd have to imagine South Carolina with Lamont Paris, Alabama with NATO. It's like Tennessee with whoever their coach's name. Like
What is his name?
I have no idea. I honestly don't even know what he looks like.
Tennessee's so forgettable.
Well, now that Don Connect's gone, I don't know what they're going to be. And I saw their other like star dude entered, or dude, I mean he's not active, but like their other
Their
guy.
Ford.
Yeah, he entered the portal.
Adu or whatever.
Yeah, that's his name. Yeah. So, but no, it's cool seeing like SEC. Like when you think basketball, you don't normally think SEC, but I feel like the SEC's making a name for themselves.
No, I meant like it's like
Auburn with
Bruce Pearl.
Bruce Pearl. Yeah, that's a cool name, Bruce Pearl.
True.
Anyways,
Well, no, like that's the thing. It's like I want USC, I want UNC to win and be great, but I want the games to be like great too. You know, I want everyone around to be great
yeah,
that they play, so that way the games are just fun. Like it's a level of excitement. Like if you're watching USC play Vanderbilt 20 straight times, it's not fun.
yeah.
Vandy sucks.
And basketball, like men's basketball, honestly, I feel like it's like somewhat. If you're a new fan, it's somewhat harder to get into because every single year there's like new players. You know what I mean? Like comparatively to like women's basketball.
I feel like you just gotta be like a fan of the sport.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like yeah.
No, that's true. That's true.
But
With that you think there's much more to talk about with? Is there anything more that you
there's
want to talk about
there's a
with college
couple
basketball?
more like coaches that I did want to talk
Okay,
about.
who's on your mind?
Michigan.
Michigan. Okay.
They fired Jawan Howard after his many abysmal years. He's a great player, but he shouldn't be a coach.
Okay.
And they picked up FAU's coach, Dusty May,
Oh, they made the tournament.
and that's I like it. I think that's a
he
good.
likes.
I do.
Was Michigan like before Jawan Howard? Were they like notably good basketball school?
Michigan is like a historic team.
Oh, actually,
yeah.
dang, okay.
It's the same way like Louisville is. Louisville's historic, but recently they've been terrible.
I mean, okay.
So they're like Louisville and Michigan are on the like, all right, we're just gonna hit the factory reset, and we're gonna bring in someone that we believe is the guy and hope for the best.
Yeah.
So they got Dusty May, and FAU's like best players are in the portal. Like what's his name, Jonell Davis.
Mm-hmm.
I think he averages like 18 points, 5 assists.
Solid.
Like he's a great player, and if he goes to Michigan, he'll be a star once more. But he could also go somewhere else. I will say right now, like that guy, Jonell Davis, is probably the hottest commodity transfer.
You think he's like the best player in the portal?
Right now, yes. And
So like, where do you think? Like, where do you honestly think he is gonna go?
I think you have to keep Michigan in mind just because of his coach. But I would not be surprised to see him at Arkansas.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
If Calipari can land
Mhm.
Davis, that will be
Historical.
historical.
Not
But that would be a key piece to your first year at
yeah,
yeah.
that'd be a big move.
And FAU center entered the portal. I didn't write it down. I forgot his name, but he's like a 7-foot guy from Europe, and he's like really good.
Dang.
So if Dusty May can get both of those guys, Michigan will be just with those two players will be better than what they already are.
That's awesome.
And let's see, there's one more coach. Oh, that's it. This is where the whole coaching carousel kind of started.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Musselman taking the Southern California job from Arkansas. Left
Wait.
Arkansas to go to SoCal.
Oh, but SoCal, are they good at basketball?
No.
So it's why do you where's the logic with that?
Money, NIL.
Ah,
There's a lot to play with. Like Eric Musselman is a transfer portal merchant. He lives in the portal, and
lives in the portal.
having that much money in NIL, dude, he can do whatever he wants.
Okay, that was something though. I thought that Arkansas had a lot of NIL.
So supposedly they do, and it's probably just because of the backers from your trustees.
Mhm.
But I feel like USC has more, SoCal,
Okay.
and also
Oh yeah. Okay. I don't know why I was thinking of I was thinking of Cal, not Southern.
No.
Okay. USC. Yeah.
But
No, they
personally, I don't know why he took the job,
mhm.
because he definitely didn't get fired, because he changed that program recently to a better school.
Interesting. Okay.
But I don't know, but that kind of started all of this coaching.
I wonder if maybe Arkansas was already in talks. I mean, that's what's the word for it?
Tampering.
Tampering. Yeah, exactly. Maybe they're already thinking about getting Calipari. I don't know. Maybe there's already talks about it. I don't know. But that's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Something that'd be cool to do. I mean, because probably more for you than me.
Wow, thank you.
Well, no, I just mean give you a segment or something like that. But it's you crystal ball. It's the Sean crystal ball of where you think trends are gonna go.
Oh, dude, that could be a post. I can make that post.
No, I mean I feel like you'd enjoy that. I mean, when it comes to football, we can both do it, but
yeah.
I don't know enough to say.
No, I think college basketball and college football are my favorite sports by a mile.
That's valid. For me, it's just football. Trying to get into basketball. Slow and steady.
Speaking of basketball, should we transition to the bigger basketball?
Let's do it to the league.
This
NBA.
is the final Sunday in the NBA.
Yeah, the final, the last.
And we
games are today.
have literally no idea what the seeding will be, and I love that.
No, it's actually really.
It's a
interesting.
great final day. If you obviously it will be over by the time this is posted.
Yeah, it's the first. I mean, I haven't seen posts all about it, but it's the first time in NBA history that with one game less left, there's a 3-way tie for first place.
And the three-way tie is crazy.
It really is.
The Thunder, Minnesota, and the Nuggets. That's crazy.
And there's 5 different scenarios. If all teams win, the Thunder wins. I think the Nuggets have the least likely chance of
I
becoming the one
think they
seed.
need the Timberwolves and the Thunder.
They need them both to lose, and the Nuggets need to win.
Yeah.
But the Timberwolves,
Why did I make that so difficult? They all have the same record.
yeah.
But yeah.
I think the Thunder play. I was looking at these games just a second ago.
Did the Thunder play a good team? I'll keep the standings.
I don't think so.
Yeah, wait, what are the games?
Oh no, the Thunder do play. The Thunder play the Mavericks.
Ooh, and the Mavs with a win, I believe, and a Clippers loss. I think the Mavs go to the 4th spot.
Okay.
Meaning they would have the home.
There's a
court.
lot of movement. I know if the Lakers win, the Sun, because right now the Suns are in the play-in, I believe. Is that right?
So
This.
the Suns are at the 7th spot, but they, with a win and Pelicans loss, the Suns move to the 6th, and they won't be in the play-in. And the Pelicans will be.
So I know I saw Devin Booker. He was "Go Lakers," because they want the Lakers to beat the Pelicans.
Oh, the Lakers play the Pelicans?
Yeah. Lakers play Pels. Nuggets play the Grizzlies, so the Nuggets I
Ooh.
imagine are gonna win.
Oh wait, yeah, the Grizzlies. Yeah.
The Grizzlies aren't the greatest, and then
Grizzlies
the
are so
Timberwolves play
bad.
the Suns. So,
I was saying the Western Conference play-in tournament.
oh, lights off. I got it. I got this. All right.
But the Western Conference play-in is gonna like be so good.
Well, yeah,
The Warriors, Kings, Lakers, and if it's the Suns, honestly, that would probably be even better. But the Pelicans aren't a bad team.
No,
I would be
and-
down to watch that.
and that's one thing that we were talking about as well is that like I'm honestly like I've never been a big NBA guy, but honestly like I'm gonna especially the plan.
The play-in, I'm definitely
the
gonna
one thing
watch.
like the NBA, and I guess is like with other sports as well that do this, which is like every other sport besides football, is like the whole series thing. Like I don't know, watching 7 games. I don't
It's
know.
hard to like.
That's why like
lock in
I'm
for a
excited for the
whole-
playing because it's just one game. Like it's like one and done. Like it means more.
Yeah. SEC baby.
SEC man,
It just
let's
means
go.
more.
But like you brought this up earlier, like before, like we were filming the pod. But like, if the Thunder are the one seed, like I mean, don't get me wrong, like the Thunder are a great team. Like SGA
I
is
think
up there in the
if
MVP. But like,
Thunder to one
There's-
seed, any team in that play-in is gonna beat them.
there's low key, like
I think.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like the Thunder would beat. The only team I would see them, like I think the Lakers with experience, obviously LeBron, AD. I think the Lakers are winning that. I think the Warriors would win.
I think the Thunder
Um,
would beat the Warriors.
I know I think so too. I think. Oh wait, you think the Thunder would beat the Warriors?
Yeah.
Interesting. That would be a really good series. I also think the Thunder would beat the Kings. But I think
Yeah, because Malik Monk is out.
yeah,
And like the Kings need him.
true. I do think the Lakers would beat them though. I think the Suns would probably beat the Thunder pretty well. And the Pelicans, dude, the Pelicans are an underrated team. They're like the Magic in the East. Like no one I feel like no one's talking about the Pelicans.
Yeah. Dude.
But and that's one thing too. The MVP race now, like it's like I've seen like mainly people think it's between Luka and Luke. I was supposed to say Luka and Luka. Luka and
it's
Jokic.
me versus me.
And me versus me. No, Luka and Jokic. So honestly, I would love to see Luka win. Because I mean, like before, I think Jokic had it, but Luka is like way outscoring everybody else. Like
And
stat-wise.
he literally has to.
That and also like before there was a bigger gap in their like their win percentage, but now it's just 6 games. I mean, I don't think that's
Yeah.
like super significant. But the Mavericks are locked in. So yeah, okay. So the West is gonna be fun. Like I'm actually gonna like keep up with these games today.
The West, yeah.
Are any games going on right now?
It's 1 p.m. and 3:30.
Oh, say less. All right, I'm honestly like gonna tune in for that.
Honestly.
So the Thunder. So yeah, I mean when this comes out, like you'll see like what happened, but
Yeah,
honestly-
I'm sure we'll do our own like NBA playoff predictions.
oh, that'd be
That
cool.
wouldn't be
Kind of like a bracket kind of thing.
Yeah, that
Um,
wouldn't be hard to make a post about.
I'd be down. I'd be down for that. So let's look at the East though. The East is honestly more boring in my opinion, just because I mean the Celtics are just they're so far ahead of every. I mean they have a 14-point lead over second place. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know. The East is just like I look at this and I'm like, wow, I'm just not excited.
I agree with that. I think
I think the Knicks aren't gonna do good because they don't have Randall, and they're playing their freaking starters
mhm,
48 minutes. Stop.
that's crazy.
You clinch a playoff spot. Stop.
No,
Let them rest.
and I feel like the Celtics they're gonna run away with the East.
Yeah.
The play-
It's the Celtics or Bucks. I don't see any team in this list that's.
Maybe the Heat. You know,
Now I am a Chicago Bulls fan, so
actually,
yeah,
because like Michael Jordan played there, or like
that and like Kobe White plays there,
oh okay, interesting.
North Carolina.
Well, okay,
you know.
and the one thing too, like
Yo,
the-
shout out
one thing.
that guy I was talking to yesterday. Goes to UNC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out
Pat. His name is Pat, which is crazy.
Oh, Pat, that's cool.
Yeah.
No, one thing too with the East that this is the whole thing that I don't like necessarily about the play-in. Like I do like the play-in like for that West, but like there's literally 2 teams in the play-in, the Hawks and the Bulls, that have like
A terrible
significant
record.
losing
Yeah.
record. Like 36-45 in a championship playoffs is crazy. Like you lost more games than you won.
Yeah.
I
think it'd be
but the Hawks are on a 5-game losing streak. That's crazy.
Well, that just shows how bad the East is. Low key,
Yeah.
what's crazy about this though? 5 through 8 can all flip flop today.
Oh, actually,
Yeah. So like, yeah, the 76ers and the Heat right now are in the play-in,
Mhm.
like slotted, But the Pacers and Magics with a loss,
Then yeah, that'd be
May,
crazy.
like,
Like going from
slot
the
back
5
in.
seed to the play-in.
yeah, that would be crazy.
That would be pretty wild. I think MVP watch. Like I'm gonna mention that. Like it's either team in the West. The West this whole year's been way more interesting than the East.
Yeah, I will say that I like watching the Orlando. I like watching new teams do good. Yeah, like the Thunder, the Magic, the Pacers.
Yeah, yeah.
I do like it.
I
The
think
Pelicans.
I do think the East is gonna be. I think it's over the next few years. It's gonna obviously even out. Like I think this is kind of like an anomaly of there being such a, such like a difference between the 1 and the 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But like, I mean, like even the gap between the 1 and the 10 seed in the West is 11 games. That is smaller than the gap between the 1 and the 2 seed in the East. Like that's crazy. No, NBA's gonna be really good. Who's your favorite to win right now? Like who do you think's gonna win it all?
and then
What's your prediction for the championship game? And who do you think's
championship
gonna win?
game. Dude, the West is like hard to pick.
I honestly think the West. Okay,
I think the Nuggets have the best team, like all around.
okay. What I want to see. I really like Anthony Edwards. I mean, like I would root for the Hornets because that's like the local team, but obviously they suck.
Yeah.
But no, Anthony Edwards just seems like such like a genuine dude. He seems like a nice guy, and also like his highlights are like so fun to watch. Like it's like actually so cool. So I'd love to see like the Timberwolves, and then honestly I think it's gonna be the Celtics, and I don't know, the Celtics haven't been able to get it done last few years. But if any year is their year,
I can
Loki is this
see-
year. But I think I'd love to see Timberwolves beat the Celtics in the finals. Minnesota gets their first NBA championship.
I'll put 2 predictions:
All right.
Nuggets, Celtics, or Clippers, Celtics.
Ooh, Clippers. Interesting.
I kind of like the Clippers. I can see that being a thing.
Respect.
So many people walking in.
There's a lot of people walking in.
They don't know we're running a podcast.
They don't know. They don't know about staying out on sports.
Is that all for NBA?
I think so.
Should we take a brief? Because this weekend is the Masters.
Oh, true.
Should we
true.
do a little check on the leaderboard, see how everyone's doing?
I know the top guy, Stevie Scheifler. I don't know how to say his name, but
Yeah,
I mean the game. I mean it's going. I think it's going on right now. But I think he has a 1-stroke lead currently. Obviously, it's going to be over by the time this comes out.
Yeah.
But I saw like something like his wife's in labor right now, and
Is she?
yeah, and like no matter like he said like I could be winning on my final stroke. And he's like if she goes into labor, like I'm leaving to like be there for like the birth of like my child.
I respect that. I feel like you can't get those moments back. You also can't get back $18 million. But
You also can't get back 18. No, I mean that is crazy.
It's
But
it's your child.
no,
You
honestly,
gotta
like
do that.
I honestly I really respect that. I really respect that. But I mean we'll see. Like I mean like if he has like a significant stroke lead and it's one match left, you know maybe he'll stay. I don't know. But
Tell that baby
no.
to get pushed back in, bro. Wait a couple hours.
No, but honestly, like it's cool because also like you see people and they're like, it doesn't matter like if my wife gives birth, like I'm here for the game. I don't know.
I feel like that mentality, especially if it was like I saw that last season, I think, or earlier this season in NBA.
Mhm.
That was a regular season game. Everyone's like, bro, go see your child.
Go see your child. Like, bro, there's
This game
there's-
does not matter.
There's like 4 games?
82, I think.
82. So it's like, bro, you miss one game,
Go see that kid, bro.
go see him, bro.
Please.
They want to see you. No, it's super cool though. I saw Tiger Woods had like his worst.
He's doing terrible.
He had his like worst.
And
all
he's
time.
already like started today, and he's doing even worse.
Jeez.
He's at plus 15 overall.
Yikes. I think he was plus 11 at the end of yesterday.
Yeah, he was.
So
After going plus 10 night.
jeez.
That is crazy. That's like me golfing.
I wouldn't give yourself that much credit.
You really want to go there?
All right, my bad.
Should we put in the video of you golf? That'd be
Probably
funny
not.
if we. I don't even think we have.
Maybe that would
videos
go
of-
viral because how bad it is.
Oh, it definitely would.
But no, I think but shout out to Tiger Woods though. I saw he has the record now for the most consecutive like Masters
Like making the cut.
Making the cut, yeah, 24.
Dude,
He
and
is- he
they
is-
need him to make the cut, so that way people watch it. Golf is just so difficult to watch.
I will say, like, I feel like as
But I
I'm
feel like
getting,
it's better than like NASCAR or baseball.
I definitely agree
And
with
I'm
NASCAR.
watching. Oh, we didn't even talk about baseball. We even have to. How long are? How long is
Actually, let's see. My MacBook is really low,
What's it at?
8, but it was on 10 like a few minutes ago. Oh, we're at 45 minutes. We still have
Oh.
live topic, but no, I honestly, as I've gotten like older, I mean, I'm only 22, but like as like I feel like I've gotten more into the Masters like this year than any.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't watch it, but like I feel like I'm keeping up with it. But yeah, no, Masters is cool. And baseball, what's going on in baseball? I know I saw Shohei Ohtani like just tied the record with 175 home runs. It's like tied the record for like um the most home runs by a like Japanese born MLB player.
Yeah.
So shout out, he'll definitely break that record.
Shout out
probably
Japan.
this week. Shout out Japan. Shout out
Yeah.
MLB.
Maybe
Shohei.
we get a couple Japan supporters.
Yeah, why not? We already have a Canadian one too.
Yeah.
So we're trying to go global.
I feel like it's like crazy. I'm just like looking at the standings.
I saw one of the like there was. I'm pretty sure I saw this like one of the Braves pitchers is like already out for the year. Or something.
Oh no, it's one of their. Crap, what's his name? I'll just look it up. But it's one of their like best pitchers.
Dang. Sweet.
So should we go to? Let me. Oh yeah, it's Spencer Strider is out for the
Oh
year.
wait, I know that guy actually. Yeah, I'm not a big guy, but no.
What? You went to high school with him?
No, but like I actually like I don't know many MLB players, but I actually like know who that is. Like I've heard of him before. You know.
Yeah, he
Like if a community got injured,
has
it's terrible.
he like tore his UCL.
Dang. All right. So with that, we can transfer into the life topic today.
Yeah.
If you want to. All right. Bet. All right. So life topic today is more like personal. Not only like we're broad, but like Sean,
Yeah,
like
we
where
broads,
would you
yeah.
like to be in 10 years? Like we're like 10 years. Like what's like
Where
not
do
necessarily like
where
a
do I
plan.
want to be, or where do I think I'll be?
No, where do you want to be? Like
Okay.
what do you want to be doing? Like what do how do you want your life to be?
God, this is a great question. So I think my goal is to work a little bit, get my MBA, and then
NBA.
yeah, I'm gonna join the National
Oh, that's
Basketball
awesome.
Association. Now, my Master's of Business Administration, and I see myself going into. So I see two roads, right?
Okay.
Two roads. One road, I get my MBA and I become a manager in like engineering or like a business company, something like that.
Okay.
And where would I imagine 10 years down the road, I'll have like a wife and a kid.
Shout out.
I imagine, you know. If not, then dang, this is rough.
20. It'll be 2034.
That's not a real year. I don't know. That's weird. But yeah, I feel like a wife, a kid, probably like being a manager somewhere. And then I don't think I'll live in Charleston
Oh really? Okay.
because I've lived there way too long, so I can see myself. I can see myself. That is crazy.
That is wild.
I can see myself. I think I'll probably move to like Texas or like Virginia.
All right.
I could see that.
That's a cool plan.
Now the second route,
Oh, okay.
I dip out of engineering. Like I just don't do engineering. I somehow get into like, I can see myself being like on a college football, college basketball, like a recruiter. I feel like I'm a good.
dang.
I can talk. You know. I mean,
Was
we
it
run
you?
a podcast.
Yeah, we're yappers.
So I feel like I could get anyone to come to whatever school I'm at.
Okay.
I think I could do that.
You think
But
so?
I just have no. I don't know where to start with that one. That's one's like a.
Is that like the dream?
I wouldn't say. I don't know if it's like a dream. I feel like I would find it like so. Like I would wake up and I'd be like, I'm excited to go to work, and not that like engineering. I just won't be excited. But it's like
You're more passionate about
I
it.
feel like I mean I love sports. I've been watching it and playing it since I was a child. So like I could see that.
That'd be cool.
And it would be cool to go on like recruiting trips or like
That'd be
you're
cool.
hosting stuff or like be a part of like I don't know like USC like their football team. I'm going
Yeah.
to like Maryland trying to pick up like Nicholas Harbor. That'd be
pretty cool.
crazy, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So like I feel like I would enjoy that, but I feel like those are two very different routes. But I think the engineering route is my 10-year plan.
Okay, okay. That's hype. That's hype.
What
I
about
think
you? What
for
are you?
me, kind of what you're saying, somewhat like a family man. Like that's important to me. Like I think one of like my values is definitely family. So like being like the best like dad I could be at that point, which is crazy to
Oh
say.
my
Like
God, little Fryman's running
that's
around.
crazy. Like husband, and then like still like son and like brother and like friend. Like that's something I really value. Um, so whatever that looks like, just being there, having like the income to like support my family and whatnot. But then also like in like a career standpoint, I think it's just finding like what I'm passionate about, and like whether that is like engineering or not, because obviously like we're still in school, so like we really don't know like what that career looks like.
Yeah.
Like honestly, like I hope it is, because honestly like I went to school for it, and
Went
like I
4
studied it, and
years for
I
it,
hope
yeah.
I hope I love it. I hope I find like true passion with engineering. But like if not, like that's okay, because I mean at the end of the day, like you live only once, and it's like why would I want to spend like
You know what they say, bro?
It's like
YOLO.
yeah, really though. But like it's like why would I want to spend more than half my life doing something that I don't want to do? So finding
Yeah.
like what I'm passionate about, whether that is sticking with sports, staying on sports blows up or something like that.
That would
that'd
be
cool.
crazy, dude. If I could just do a podcast for the rest of my life, I would.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
I put
go
in
on
so much
ESPN,
more
ESPN
effort.
deal.
Yeah.
But no, like the reason, but like also like when it comes to like career, like finding what I'm passionate, like whether that's business, like you said earlier, like management stuff like that'd be cool. Like I like the idea of like being like in a leadership role, like being able to like have a real impact. I think it'd be cool to like have not necessarily like a following, but somewhat of a following of like just being able to like impact people.
Yeah.
I like that. And then the real reason like why I wanted like bring up this whole like topic of like 10-year plan is because I listened to a podcast earlier today, and like one thing, shout out to like the Nick Bear podcast. I recommend it. But
He's definitely listening to this right now.
it probably is. I hope so.
Yeah.
But no, he talked about what is it called? Yeah, forward thinking and then backwards planning. So it's like for your 10-year goal, 2-year goal, 1 week goal, like where do you want to be? What's something like let's say like you want to like run a marathon in like a year's time. It's like forward thinking to that, but then backwards planning of like, okay, like what do I need to do to get there? Like nutritionally, like what does my training need to look like? And it's like what sacrifices do you need to make? And like it's just like being able to like look back and like plan ahead to like see what you really need to do to be who you want to be. Because I mean, like I said, like that's something I think about a lot. Is like you literally only like you live only one time. You get one chance to be 22. You get one chance to be 23. It's like why would you want to spend that time like being afraid of like what other people think, or like at the end of the day you're going to be judged for if you do something or if you don't. That was something we were talking about yesterday.
Yeah.
Is that like if you sit at your couch all day at home, you're going to get judged for that.
Yeah, you could
'Cause
see
'cause-
no one for the whole day, and people would be like, "Oh, you're like lazy. You're not doing anything." Or you could be out the whole time and still get. Like no matter what you do, people are kind of.
Yeah.
There's gonna be comments.
So go out there, do what you want, and be great.
I will say this isn't like a 10-year. You like I forgot. So I had a deep conversation with one of our friends, Patrick,
Shout out.
and we were talking about like we both. I feel like it is very vital for each person, if they want to be like a good person, to impact the younger generation, right?
Okay.
And I think me and Pastor were talking. It's like, what's one way we could do that? And it's like, oh, what if we were like a professor at a university or a teacher, like a high school teacher?
Yeah.
Like, I love history, but there's literally no money in that. So what if like after I make all my money, because I do plan on retiring by 45, it's gonna happen.
That's a good plan.
So what if like after that, I just become a high school history teacher, I
Yeah.
coach
No,
like
'cause I mean,
soccer on the side or something.
I feel like everybody has like that teacher from high school. middle
Yeah,
school,
man, we were
whatever.
talking about this yesterday.
Or like even college, like it's like they truly impact you. There's someone you think about a lot, and like things that they said. Like I have a teacher, Coach Cole, shout out. Like he always talked about like your legacy and like what you do for that, and that's something I can honestly think about like all the time. Is like how will this affect like my legacy, or like is this like directing me on the path that I want to go?
Yeah.
So, but like little things like that. No, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I feel like it just takes like one teacher, one person in someone's life to like lead you down the right way.
Yeah, someone to look up to.
Yeah,
I think on that note, that's a good way to end
we
it.
sign off.
Yeah. So like always, keep standing on sports and be great.